Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Moore.
Hello, Bill Wendell. Hi, friends. Welcome back to Tell the Truth. Our first spot, I must warn you, is a highly controversial one. It's going to make a great many people very mad. Some of you will stand up and cheer. It depends on which side of the fence you stand on. It has to do with the new position and the new way of thinking of women in today's society. It's not simple women's lib. It goes far beyond that. We'll learn about it as soon as we meet our liberated panel here on To Tell the Truth.
Peggy Cass. Bill Cullen. Kitty Carlisle. And Joe Garagiola.
I have already warned our audience panel that this is a subject on which there are two sides, and I don't think there's a third side. I think there's just two sides, and you're going to feel strongly one way or another. Let us meet now, indeed, an independent woman.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Judy Sullivan.
Number two.
My name is Judy Sullivan.
Number three.
My name is Judy Sullivan.
And here is Judy Sullivan's true life story. I, Judy Sullivan, lived what many people considered a perfect life. I had a devoted husband, a beautiful home, a delightful child whom I deeply loved, a secure social situation, and an interesting career. However, I found that the price I paid for this was too steep. It took too much of my time and energies. My own interests and ambitions came last. And try as I would, my feelings of frustration grew until I realized that if I remained with my family, I would develop into a bitter, deadened creature of no use to anybody. So I made a momentous decision. I packed my bag and I left my husband, my daughter, and my home. I tell the story of my life from traditional girlhood to wife and mother to independent person in my book entitled Mama Doesn't Live Here Anymore. Signed, Judy Sullivan. And while we all choose up sides on this, and you at home as well, we'll hear from our sponsors and be right back to play the game.
What to your wandering eyes will appear the most Christmassy game shows in the middle of the year. Merry Christmas in July starts Monday at noon on BUZZR. Let's play.
As I'm quite sure you have not forgotten, we have 3 ladies with us, all saying that they are Judy Sullivan, who left home and family to make a new life for herself. And let's start the question with Kitty Carlisle, please.
Thank you. Number one, was it that you couldn't cope, or that you chose not to cope with family and your own ambitions?
Well, I think it was a combination of both. Initially, I felt that I was trapped and I just had to get away. And then I finally couldn't control it anymore. It was something that almost seemed beyond me.
Number two, what effect did this have on your child?
My leaving, my final leaving. Oh, I think that this has brought us much closer, and we have a very good relationship now. I didn't really know her before I left.
Why was that?
Well, while I was at home, I was doing things for her. Now that I've left, I can be with her.
I see
Although
what
not
you mean.
physically, but...
Yes.
You know.
Number three, where do you live now?
In New York City.
Do you live alone now?
No, I don't.
Do you find that you can cope with sort of, is it a family that you have now?
No, I have a roommate.
Uh-huh. And you find that you can manage that?
And from that, we go to Joe Garciola, please. Let's not make assumptions.
No, let's get it straight. Number three, your roommate, male or female?
He's male.
Okay.
Well, that's what you all wanted to know, right?
Number one, how long were you married when you started to have these qualms? Let's start by calling them that.
Oh, about 3 years, I think. The first year was very rough, but I understand that was pretty normal with almost any marital couple. And then it just seemed that every day was so similar to the one before, and I had to make a change. I just couldn't continue.
Let me stay with you, number one. What kind of interests and energies were you, what were your ambitions? I mean, you talk about ambition.
I'm a writer.
Mm-hmm. Number two.
Thank you, Joe. Let's go down to Peggy, please.
Number two, how old was your baby when you left home?
Well, she wasn't really a baby. She was 12.
Oh, she was 12.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at first, wasn't it quite a wrench for her when you left?
No, we prepared this for about a year before, so it wasn't like a sudden, I didn't suddenly walk out.
Thank you. Now, number two, what was your career before you became a writer? Well, you said you had an interesting career before.
Oh, I wasn't a writer, I was an artist.
Oh. Well, number one, if you're an artist, you can be an artist at home. Surely you can write at home. I mean, most writers, you can never get them out of the house.
Well,
so why couldn't you have done that in your own house?
Are you asking
Yes,
me?
you're right.
I did, but it seemed that everything to do with the home and with my family, although I love them very much, took up so much time that I couldn't, it was overpowering. I couldn't do justice to either one. And I did leave for a time to see if that would work out. And then I suffered what everybody does, I guess, just guilt feelings, and I went back. But when I went back, I realized then that that was really, I just couldn't cope with it.
Thank you. Number three, are you divorced?
Oh, my, now. We're going to go to Bill Cullen.
Okay, I'll stick with that. Are you divorced, number three?
Yes, I am.
Number three, did you two talk about this? Number two said they discussed it before it happened. Was it or was it not a sudden thing on your part?
No, it wasn't sudden at all.
Number one, was it sudden on your part?
No.
Oh, well, then, I'll stay with number one. It's been presented more or less as a sensational thing, but isn't it merely much the same as a couple deciding to separate and the man keeps the children, which happens quite frequently? Is it any more sensational than that, or have I missed something?
Well, I think your reaction is true, but it's so, the sensationalism of it is it's because it's a woman doing it to a man. I know that people have friends now that when they discuss my book with me say, I know this has happened to other people, but it's just that when I did it initially, my family and friends were so shocked. They say, you're doing the wrong thing, you know, you haven't considered it. But what they did not consider was that I'd been considering it for about 7 years.
Have you remarried? Thank you.
Ah, there. Now we got ourselves a bell, friends, and you know what that means. No more questions. Decision time is here, and we must mark our ballots for number one, or for number two, or for number three. And as usual, we'll pay $50 to the group for each wrong vote. We'll pay $500 in case nobody comes up with the right answer. And Kitty starts, please.
Well, I think I've seen Judy Sullivan on a television show, and along with her attractive daughter, I think. So I voted for nobody. I disqualified myself.
So a disqualification, which automatically, as you know, counts for a wrong vote. And so with that zero racked up, we go to Joe.
I believed all of them. I really did, but I voted for number two.
All right. Joe's got a 2. And Peggy?
Well, if I were going to vote for looks, I would vote for 1, but I am not. And 3, you seem such a jolly type. I don't think it's you. I think it's number 2.
You don't think a jolly person would do that?
She seems jolly in a different way. I think it's
All righty, we got a pair of 2s, and Bill Cullen's coming out.
It's amazing how certain facts will sway you in a case like this. Here's all this traumatic thing about leaving, and I finally voted for number 3 because she looks like she's happy with her roommate, and I like the whole thing. I mean, it's sort of past me years ago. I voted for you, number 3. I like it. That's a vote I missed.
That's the way it's gone so far, a pair of 2s and a 3. And so let's find out. The votes are in. Will the real Judy Sullivan please stand up? Here, Bill. Thank you, Judy. We'll be back to you in a moment. Number 1, please. What is your real name? What do you do?
My name is Patricia Denny, and I'm a housewife in New York City.
And number 2 with 2 votes?
Yes, I'm Pat Jenkins, and I'm the summer coordinator for the Friends of the Central Park Zoo.
The question was asked by one of the panelists as to what effect this whole operation had on Mrs. Sullivan's daughter, whose name is Kathleen. And also the question was, how often does she see her? Well, she sees her quite a bit. In fact, she's here right now, and I'd like her to come out here just for a second. Kathleen, come out and sit with your mom. Here's Kathleen Sullivan. Kathleen, you might as well answer the question for yourself. What have been your feelings about this? Did you feel in any way rejected as a person?
No, I didn't. I didn't feel rejected. I was scared at first when she left because I didn't know what was going on, but I understand it now.
Were you in on the preparatory discussions as before this thing happened? Your mom has said that you talked it over for about a year.
Yes.
So it was not a total surprise to you?
No, it wasn't a surprise.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're 16 years old now. Could you live with your mother again if you wished?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she could. Yeah.
Well, Judy Sullivan, thank you very much. Kathleen, thank you for being with us, and thank you, ladies, also. Take care. Our next guest is a prize-winning cartoonist. Matter of fact, has drawn some caricatures of our panel with more or less success, and we'll meet him and see his caricatures in a couple of minutes. Now, because a person is a good cartoonist does not necessarily mean that he is a good caricaturist. But our next guest is a cartoonist. We did ask him to try some caricatures, and he had fair luck, I think. I don't think anybody would quarrel with who that is.
Oh, it's
Pass that down so that you can look at it, and prop it up in front of you. And if you got any doubts as to who this is, you'd know him anywhere. Look at that. There you go, Joe. Souvenir.
Right.
Now, at first I thought this was not too great, but on the other hand, I looked at it and I'm kind of fond of it the more I look at it.
That's good.
Now, you got to admit the 3 out of 4 isn't bad. Peggy, yours is not libelous. I just think you're very difficult to caricature. And
I am. It's very hard to do a caricature of me.
I've never seen a good one of you. But anyhow, that's
don't
as I
mind
say,
that.
3 out of
That's
4
nice.
is not bad. And here's one I can't tell you whether it's any good or not because we're the last ones to know whether it's
Perfect.
any good or not.
Yeah, that's good.
Something like that. All right, now let's meet the talented young fellow who drew these caricatures.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Steve Brodner.
Number 2.
My name is Steve Brodner.
Number 3.
My name is Steve Brodner.
And here is the artsy announcement of Steve Brodner. I, Steve Brodner, won first prize in a nationwide cartoon contest conducted by the Population Institute. I was the only student among the 250 competitors. Not only that, I was up against some of the country's leading cartoonists. One requirement was that all cartoon entries must have been published. Another was that each drawing had to deal with the population problem or with related issues. And here is my prize-winning effort. In the first of a sequence of 6 frames, you see just a few people occupying a little of the Earth's space. Subsequently, however, the world begins to overpopulate more and more and more until there is no space left. And finally, the planet evolves into a representation of a human skull.
Terrific.
When I was notified that I had won, I was overwhelmed. It's hard for me to believe that when I took drawing in college, I failed the course. Signed, Steve Brodner. And let's start, please, with Miss Peggy Cass.
Thank you. Number 3, do you want to be a cartoonist? I mean, is that what you want to, I can't say when you grow up, but I mean, is that what you want to do for a living, is do cartoons?
I like it enough to want to take art courses in school.
Well, I mean, now, but do you want to get a job on a paper or as...
Oh, yes. I've had a lot of paperwork. I really like it.
Thank you. Number 2, were there any famous people among the judges?
Yes, the judges were Al Hirschfeld, Milton Caniff, Al Jaffe, and some writers and other big names of the cartooning
And
world.
number 2, I don't wish to be crass, but what was first prize? Number 2. What was first prize?
What was for you mean the money?
Yeah.
$1,500.
Gee, that was nice. Now, number 1, did any famous people enter the contest, or was it all sort of unknowns?
No, many people entered, famous people
who?
entered.
Whom'd you beat out?
Oh, my.
Gary Trudeau?
Yes.
I heard that right.
What did you hear?
Gary Trudeau, he does Doonesbury.
Okay, we heard that. And we're going to go to a bill.
Okay, we'll stick with number 1. Number 1, who are some of the other known cartoonists who were in it?
Eldon Dedini, Charles Schultz, Walt Kelly, Charles Adams.
Wow.
Many.
Number 3, I'll ask you, since you won the prize, I imagine the word of your winning got around. Have you been approached by anyone to work for them as a cartoonist?
Well, I've been certainly the editor of my paper in my hometown and wants me to work for him during the summer.
And where's
again.
that, number 3? Where is your hometown?
Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Number 2, what syndicate is the best syndicate for a cartoonist, a political cartoonist, to get in with? Newspaper syndicate we're talking about now. Do you
I don't know.
have any in mind or anything like that?
I really don't know which is the best.
What's the difference, number 2, between a cartoonist and a caricaturist?
Well, a cartoonist is an illustrator, I guess, of a point of view, whereas a caricaturist would be one that would take features of certain people and try to distort them for humorous impact.
Number 1.
And it takes us, please, to Kitty Carlisle.
Well, I'm just fascinated by this whole spot because, in number 1, you said you failed art classes in college?
Yes, I did.
You were then interested in being an artist, right?
A cartoonist, caricature.
Number 2, how do you explain the fact that you failed? I don't like to be personal, but I think this is marvelous. How did you fail?
Well, aren't you odd? I think that with the school that I went to, which was Cooper Union, there was a bit of an artistic conflict, and art is such
like what?
Well, art is such a nebulous thing that you really can't put your finger on and say, well, what is art and what isn't art? And I think the teacher and the student had different ideas of what the definition would be.
Oh, number 3, did you have trouble with your teacher? What happened?
Well, I was pretty experimental with my... The first thing we had to do, of course, was nudes. And I just got tired of it after seeing so many of them after a while. And
what happened?
Let's go, please, to Joe Garagiola.
Number 3, do you remember the first news cartoon you drew?
Well, the very first few I wrote, drew up were really pretty accurate. I tried to be accurate, but I just got sick of it after a while.
Number 1, would you be interested, first of all, what's the difference between a cartoonist and a comic strip creator?
A comic strip is a continuous story of a detail or of some life. A caricature, a cartoonist would pick features out of the face and enlarge upon them and make it grotesque, sort of.
Number 2, does the name Willard Mullen mean anything to you?
I believe he was the famous sports cartoonist for the Daily News.
Staying with you, number 2, do you know the famous cartoon that he drew, what he's most famous for? Would you know that?
No, I don't.
Would you, number 3? You would not, okay.
Got a no on that answer from number 3. We also got a bell, which means we got a ballot. And we got a ballot now for number 1, or for number 2, or for number 3. And Peggy, go.
Let's play.
you start, my dear?
Well, I thought the cartoon was marvelous, and I read about it in the paper, and unfortunately a picture of the artist was enclosed, or was with it, so I voted for 0.
Ah, so you had seen a gentleman before. All right. Questioning is allowed, but not voting in that circumstances, and so we get a disqualification, which is automatically a wrong vote. And Bill Cullen, where are we going to go?
I'm not going to vote.
Why?
Why?
Because I don't want to cover up this beautiful picture here. I like it. Like kitty. Okay.
Yes, you can put
The
it.
best of the Andrews sisters. I voted for number 2.
All righty, and so we've got a 2 showing so far in a disqualification and Kitty.
I think they're all marvelous, and I'm mad about the political cartoon, and I voted for number 2. I think he's the author of it.
A pair of 2s and Joe coming up.
Willard Mullen, if I just can go on, he had the Brooklyn Bum, which was a famous one. He was a famous sports cartoonist. Number 3 didn't know him, but number 2 did, so I voted for him, number 2.
Everybody is centered in on number 2. Will.
Oh, now, come on. Look at him.
Look at what?
They don't look through it. They look happy with what we did. I'm happy.
They look unhappy with what you did. Let's see. The votes are in. Will the real Steve Brodner please stand up?
Oh, no. Come on. Down
Son of a...
Come on.
Thank you, Steve. He seemed happy with that. All right, let's find out who we all are. Number 1, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Cliff Oxman. I work for a public accounting firm here in New York.
Number 3, would you tell us, please, what your name is, what you do?
My name is Kerry Gross, and I am a writer, as I unfortunately stated. And I'm a student at Bucknell University studying writing.
Uh-huh. Your last name and your attractive manners seem strangely familiar to me. Are you any relation to anyone who's connected with this show?
My dad directs the show, yes.
Indeed, he does. Lloyd Gross. Good to have you with us. And Steve, congratulations to you and much success in the future. Gentlemen, thank you all 3. Take care. Well, panel, it's been fun seeing you and your smiling faces today. I can only say that I would recognize you anywhere. And I hope that these same smiling faces will appear sometime soon in your living room, friends. Take care.
This is Bill Wendell speaking for To Tell the Truth, a Mark Goodson, Bill Totten production.